were an exceptional prisoner because, in a sense, you were a volunteer prisoner. You could have left the country, you could have gone, and you chose to stay and stand up for your principles. That must have meant that every day you woke up and remade that commitment that you would stay and suffer imprisonment rather than give up the cause. That must have been exceptionally difficult, in some ways more difficult than if you'd been locked up with no choice.
I think actually a lot of our people could have chosen not to go to prison. They could simply have given up working for the movement for democracy. So I don't think I was the only one who had volunteered, so to speak, to be imprisoned rather than to stay free. Because then, you see, this word free, it becomes interesting in this context, because we all think that we are freer than the people outside because we don't have to compromise with our conscience. We are doing what we believe in, and we've made no compromises in that direction. So we feel very, we are not locked up in the bars of guilt. We didn't feel guilty. And so I think this is what made us choose to undergo imprisonment rather than to stay free, in quotes. And it wasn't something that we had to, it wasn't a decision that had to be renewed every day. It was something that had become so much a part of us that we didn't even think about it. For us, that was the way it was. That is the way our lives are. It's not something that we have to gear ourselves up every day in order to face.
When you see now around the world this extraordinary unleashing of freedom movements in Tunisia first, then Egypt, Syria, Libya, do you think it's infectious? Do you think it is a movement that is rippling out across the world and reaching Burma as well?
I think it's just evidence of the fact that people anywhere, human beings, want to be free. And however long they may agree to stay locked up, to stay oppressed, there will come a time when they say, that's it. Or sometimes it's not even a question of their saying, that's it. Suddenly, they find themselves doing something that they never would have thought they would be doing, simply because the human instinct that makes them turn their faces towards freedom has come up uppermost.